Hi, and welcome to Ed Talk. This is the show that discusses educational topics that impact our local schools here in Nevada County. I'm your host, Scott Lay, Nevada County Superintendent of Schools, and with me today is Helena Heinzelman. Helena, welcome.
Thank you.
Helena works in our Foster Youth Services program, and we want to talk about what that really encompasses, because it's not just foster youth services. There are several programs, the number of student impacts, and how it's making their lives better, and also preparing any parents who are looking at potentially becoming foster parents.
Absolutely.
So all those things. So again, so glad you could be with us this morning to discuss this.
We have a lot to talk about.
We do. So let's tell the group, our listeners, what exactly your role is in this program.
Well, let me just start. So Scott, I think I have been at the county office now for over 20 years. I started working with kids at the Imaginarium when we had the Science Museum.
In Nevada City.
In Nevada City, and that was really fun.
Yeah.
And then I moved over to Foster Youth Services. I think I've been there for the last 17 years. And we do amazing work.
I can verify. They do.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So Foster Youth Services encompasses all of our programs. So if you dial it down, we support any foster youth that's in school-age foster youth.
Okay. Is that through college, like our junior college here? Or is it really designed to be through 12th grade?
It's designed to be through 12th grade, but we make sure that we take them through that last year. And ultimately, if we have a foster youth that's graduating high school, they'll go into something called extended foster care, where one of our other programs will follow them until they're 21 years old.
So there's long continuum of services for these students.
Yeah.
Great.
So our kids that are in foster care, that are in the schools may see us making sure that the schools have all the contact information, the social workers. It's amazing how many people are on a team for one foster youth and keeping that group together.
Right.
And, informed.
So management, I'm sure, of keeping all the services together and watching out for that child, the different agencies that could help out.
Is a lot.
It's a lot, yeah.
We attend all of their educational meetings. A lot of our students have special education needs. There's also a lot of laws that help protect foster youth. So we're there making sure that everybody is in the know and protecting those kids.
A lot of times people might break those rules not even knowing. They're not meaning to break them, but not even aware of that. So it's great you guys are there as a team to make sure that they have every right that's allowed for them.
Well, think about it like this. All I do all day long is support foster youth. But maybe, Grass Valley has more than one, but let's just say Grass Valley had one foster youth. It's much easier for us to follow like all the laws and bylaws and educate the schools. So.
Right. Instead of each school individually doing it, you do it collectively for all the schools in the county.
Yes. Right. And then every school, so Melissa Balderson is our county foster youth liaison. Mm-hmm. And then every school also has a foster youth liaison. So if you're out there and you have a foster youth that's in a school and you have anything that's going on, or you want to connect with somebody at the school, look for your foster youth liaison, and you can always then connect up to the county.
Back to the county office.
Yeah.
All right. Well, before we go through these multitude of programs here, which are great, how many students are we serving in all these programs, roughly?
Well, you asked me this last time, and I didn't have the answer, so I did real quick math, and we're serving about 150, 160 kids.
About 150, 160 kids. Okay.
So, we're really proud of the work that we do. I shouldn't say specifically. I spend a lot of time working with our independent living program kids. Mm-hmm. Can I tell you about that?
Let's start with the independent living program. Okay. Absolutely.
So if you have been in foster care after your 16th birthday, or maybe you went into a guardianship out of dependency, like you were in foster care and then you transitioned to foster care, to a guardianship from there, you would be eligible for the independent living program at 16.
Okay.
And we do all kinds of amazing things to support these youth. You can imagine, like, being a teenager is a hard time anyway, but imagine a teenager that has lots of trauma and lots of school changes and
not a lot of parental support or family support.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so we have I don't want to say provided, but we've created this group, and you've seen the kids come and go through the office. So it's a peer group. They all share, different stories, but they all have something in common. And we meet about 3 times a week. No, that would be a lot.
That would be a lot.
3 times a month.
3 times a month, okay. And that's with the whole group?
With the whole group.
Okay.
And one of those meetings, we are working on some kind of life skill. So maybe the kids always tease me because I like to talk about taxes. Can we talk about that later?
We'll talk about taxes later.
Okay,
I think people always like to talk about them later.
Later.
Yes. Yeah.
So money management, cooking.
Super important.
Yes, all of these things that, when you raise kids, you're talking about it all of the time. Right. So we make sure we do a lot of independent living coaching. Another time we meet, we have children's behavioral health, and it's a circle. So it's more of a discussion, it's relationship
kind of therapy
building.
Almost, or
it's
no,
not
that.
therapy.
Okay, more relationship building.
It's relationship building, skill building, and just a safe place to talk about different topics. The kids come up with it. Recently, we had a Friendsgiving, and Twin Cities Church, they provided like turkey dinner for the kids. But before that, we talked about the holidays and like certain triggers for the
very traumatic for a lot of our foster youth.
So just giving them a platform to have some discussions. And then we just started doing something called drop-in, which is my favorite, I think. Everything's my favorite right today because we had drop-in yesterday.
Okay.
So the idea of drop-in is that these kids, it's on a Tuesday from 3 to 5, they drop in. We have a craft going on. We have staff there. We have food. And if the students have been working on anything that they need support with during that week, they bring it. Maybe it's homework.
Okay.
Maybe it's like they're trying to get their driver's license. Maybe it's a form from school they don't understand. Anything. They bring it, and it's just like open forum. But these kids, they just are so happy to be together. And have community.
It's a shared experience.
So
it's really hard in a class in school. There's not a lot of kids who understand what they're going through, but that group does.
It's funny, like our new students are like, oh, I don't need to be part of that group. But then they get in and they're like, oh, well, I know you. And like they put it all together and then they just form these great bonds.
That's great.
So we do a lot of that, but we also do a lot of other things under that independent living program.
Okay.
So maybe you're familiar with the idea that getting youth voice out into the community.
Right. Very important. Their perspective.
Yes. And so we're having youth be part of all different kinds of upper level conversations to change policy.
Right. Well, I know their guests, they regularly attend the interagency leadership team, which is heads of all the departments in Nevada County. And they're there to make sure that as we're coming up with policies, that their voice is heard, so it's done right. It's really impressive, those students that come.
Yeah, and those students are part of the YEP program.
Okay, the YEP program.
Which is the Youth Empowerment Project.
Okay.
And unfortunately, we don't have somebody there from the program today that's an expert, so you get me. But
well, maybe next time we'll try to bring a student.
Yes.
I know we were planning to, and we had a little incident occurred where unfortunately the student couldn't join us today. But that's all right.
Next time, you'll have to have me back.
We will do that.
Okay.
Follow up.
So these young people are paid not through the county. It's through the California Department of Social Services. They pay our youth to be these ambassadors out in the community. And so they're going to these high-level meetings. In addition to those YEP ambassadors, we have junior ambassadors.
Okay.
That are
What's the difference?
Well, your YEP is being paid out of California Social Services.
And do the students get a stipend then for that?
The YEP,
the YEP program.
Yes,
so
they
that's
do.
what that money helps go towards.
Yes,
so
they get paid per hour.
That's great. Okay.
Because this is one of the things. My plug here. Like we're asking our students to participate, but their time is valuable.
Oh yeah.
And so they are paid.
Well, that's great.
Yeah, and
sorry.
No,
I was going to say that probably also. makes it that much more, not serious isn't the right word, but much more professional for them, knowing they're being paid to be there, so they need to perform, which they always do. They're amazing.
Well, right. And if we treat them like professionals,
Right.
then they act like professionals, and then they can take that into the next level.
Right.
So our junior ambassadors they get a stipend. Like we'll give them a gift card if they participate in something.
Right.
But they're going to trainings. They recently did a training at child welfare with the ER workers. So ER workers are those child welfare workers that go out when a child is removed.
Okay.
So it's really
Super
traumatic
experience.
Yeah. And so they went, and there was a panel of these kids. The YEP ambassadors were part of that, but also our junior ambassadors. Mm-hmm. And they just talked to the ER workers and told them their experiences and really like help guide some of the work that they do.
Yeah, I'm sure. Totally different perspective, but really needed for the workers have to go in and remove students to understand the student perspective.
Well, right, because they have a lot that they have to do, but our kids do have their own perspective of that.
Do the junior ambassadors move up to the YEP ambassadors, or is that completely different, separate tracks entirely?
Well, so the YEP ambassador program is pretty new. This is only our second year into that. And so, yes, our plan is that those junior ambassadors can
feed into that.
To feed into that. Because we want, they're doing such good work at all levels. I want to mention that they've also done trainings for CASA.
Right, which is
court-appointed special advocates.
Advocates, right, which are not only parents but community members that want to be there to protect kids' rights, basically in our schools, which are great. They work with teachers, they work with front office staff, they work with foster youth services to support students, just out of the good of their hearts.
They are amazing. It's such an amazing program.
Yeah.
So they trained a whole room of CASAs, because they're working with foster youth. Mm-hmm. And so they had a panel. They also trained foster parents.
Okay.
So a lot
of that, that's really helpful.
Well, yeah, and I think one of the hardest placements, because we're always looking for placements, that's a plug. Yes, we need foster parents. I'm looking
there we go.
At you.
Yeah, you're there. Anybody out there, we'll tell you how to get in contact with Helena at the end.
Yes. But so teenagers are hard, because people are like, oh, teenagers are so hard.
Right, yeah, it would be.
They're wonderful.
But scary for a new parent taking someone on with trauma.
So our kiddos, they went out, they trained these foster parents. They showed like their humanity, and we're just all little kids at heart. Yeah. And so that has gone over so well. And so we keep being asked back to do those trainings.
Great.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So
now, another program, because I know you've got so many that go on. You've got the Juvenile Justice Independent Living Program under the umbrella of Foster Youth Services.
Yes.
What is that program?
So that's brand new. We just started that this year, and probation gave us a grant to provide services to those kids on probation. So it's mirrored after our independent living program that I was just talking about. We're just getting started. And so we're really trying to get in there and do some of the work for transition, to make sure that they have the things that they need to be a successful adult. And one of my biggest things, Scott, is that our kids, they leave high school, they don't even have an ID, let alone a driver's license. And you can't get a job without an ID.
No, there's not in Nevada City, Grass Valley area. That's not happening. Well, especially, I'm thinking of the transportation without a driver's license, let alone an ID. So
yes, so we're kind of going back to some of those basic things.
Yeah, good.
Do you have an ID? Do you have a driver's license? Let's get you graduated from school. Like that's a big one for us. So we have our tutors that are going out and providing that academic support, and just really supporting probation to get our kids, into independent living and graduate from high school.
Right. Now, are these students, are they probation students in the juvenile justice program? Do they have to have a probation officer working with them?
Yeah, they have to be on some kind of probation, informal or formal. Right. And so if you're out there and you're a teacher, you're working with a young person that's on probation, you're like, oh, my student or my child should be part of that. we can take a referral from pretty much anybody, and then we'll just contact probation.
Probation.
Yeah.
Okay, which we're closely to. Good.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're moving along. We've still got one more program I know we wanted to talk about before we end the show, and that was our Transitional Housing Plus program.
Okay, let's go.
Let's hit that one.
I'm talking a lot.
That's okay. You're
you
the
sure?
expert.
Okay.
I'm learning a lot. Yeah.
So Transitional Housing Plus program. So foster youth that stay in foster care after 18, they go into extended foster care, and until they're 21.
So you're not just saying, all right, you're 18, goodbye, good luck.
No.
There's an off-ramp for them
There's
to help them.
Yes, and before AB 12 or Assembly Bill, anyway, before we put them into this extended foster care, so many of our foster youth were homeless. Right. They turn 18. Foster care actually used to end at 18. They didn't even get to graduate from high school. So we're just like.
So this is that buffer.
Yes, and so the Transitional Housing Plus program is after they turn 21. They have 3 years until they're 25, where we support. It's supportive housing. I mean, they have a case manager. We make sure that they're paying their bills. We're in there. We're still supporting them, and it's phenomenal. So those kids that finish that program, at that point, there is no programs left in the system to really support them.
That's the final stop.
Yeah.
You want to make sure, you hit it hard and do it right for those kids.
Yes. So if you're out there and you were in foster care after 18, you may be eligible for that program. Right.
So if you don't know it, they can contact. And what is the contact? How would they get a hold of you or our foster youth program?
Okay. Well, my phone number at Nevada County Superintendent of Schools is 530-478-6400, extension 2012, or you can just ask for foster youth services at the front desk.
Perfect. Good. And then before we wrap it up here, any events coming up that you want to highlight that you do?
We have the Raise Them Up Fair coming.
That's in this late spring, right?
Yes, and that will be at our new office on
848 Gold Flat Road in Nevada City.
Yes. And the date is not set, but it's for, okay, let me get this right. It's for current foster youth, former foster youth, those families that went into guardianship, those families raising, like grandparents and aunts and uncles raising kids, and prospective foster parents.
So if you want to know anything about the foster youth world,
it's called Raise Them Up.
Raise Them Up, which will be out there in
May.
Great.
Yes. And then, I think that's the only thing.
That's the big one that comes up in spring. Well, great. Well, great. Well, Helena, thank you so much for joining us. And I hope our audience learned a little more about the foster youth services that we have in Nevada County and serving roughly 160 students that need it. And such a critical program. So thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me. It was fun.
And I want to thank all of you for being there. Take care.